It is race day, ladies and gentlemen. I am in my car and I am getting ready to go to Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Bank of America Roval 400 2019. Final race of the round of 16 in the playoffs. I will take some video footage of Charlotte Motor Speedway during the race. This is going to be a really fun time. What's not so fun is this is a very long red light. I've probably been sitting here a couple minutes already just before I pulled out. Luckily, I'm only less than 10 miles from the racetrack. So, day 3 of the vlog. Good night's sleep. Woke up about 7 o'clock. Not one for going to bed early. Don't really usually get a lot of sleep, but the 2 days of traveling I've had.
Continue on Concord Parkway, north for 3 miles.
Don't worry about her. Yeah, the couple days of traveling I've had, I just needed early rest. I was out before 9 o'clock. So I'm ready to go. Been up and at 'em, and been sitting here in my hotel room just waiting to leave. Got about 3 hours till the drop of the green flag. Get there plenty of time. See where we go from there.
Who would have dreamed that he would leave this field in his hometown, Charlotte, North Carolina? They head to the Ferris wheel and into racing history.
The trailer restarts off right here off from the final corner. They will not use the chicane on the original start. Watch that pace car. Watch that pace car. Watch that pace car. A left-hand turn by the pace car. The field is now set. 20 rows deep, side by side. Keep an eye on the start stand. Keep an eye on the fire. And the field is set to go. Turn 7 down the hill, turn 8, and turn number 9 back onto the high banks.
Charlotte's own William Byron has scored a lead for the 7th-time champion, Jimmy Johnson, giving him chase. The teammates with Joey Logano behind them. Brakes hard on it. Joey right there in the rear bumper of Jimmy, but Byron slides through those corners, and he's out in front again.
We've got him stacking up mid-pack. Alex Bowman goes around. His car gets around into that turn number 11. A full 360. Bowman tries to grab a win. Comes to the inside. And then chicane. Already problems. A second lap to go. Alex Bowman with the number speed.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, just got back to my hotel from the Charlotte Motor Speedway for the Bank of America Roval 400, and it was a heck of a race, to say the least, as Chase Elliott got the victory. It came a come from behind victory. He had won stage 2 early on. I think it was the restart of the third and final stage. He was in the lead, and he just overdrove turn 1 into the heartburn turn wall in turn 1. Surprisingly, didn't have as much damage as it originally looked, and he had the fastest car before that accident and the fastest car after that accident, and he ends up getting the W in the end. Came from behind, didn't take the lead until the last restart. I believe it was like 4 or 5 laps to go. He ended up taking the lead, so he cut it kind of close, but it was a pretty good race. It was a good race to the finish from there, and I mean, that's all to say about that. My man Ryan Blaney did make the round of 12, so I can sleep easily tonight before I get back on the road and start to head home tomorrow. Also, Alex Bowman was one of the bubble drivers. He ended up getting in. So did William Byron. They didn't really show the projected points throughout the race. They were talking about like stage points throughout the race and what drivers were on the bubble, but they weren't specifically saying Newman's +3 like I found out when I logged onto my phone and had watched. It was a little bit of a delay by about a half a lap or so, but I could at least see how many points back within the last 10 laps of the race. Like I saw Newman was +3 going into the final restart. Bowman was on the outside looking in. He got up to second, barely snuck in on him. Almirola couldn't make up the ground at the back of the pack on the final restart with 5 or 6 laps left. And ultimately, those two are eliminated. Eric Jones went to the garage early, so he was done. He was in a must-win situation, and Kurt Busch got in a spin, which brought out that final caution of the race. He was almost in a must-win situation after not getting stage points. He pretty much was. He ended up going to the rear of the field also. So that was my Bank of America Roval 400. I had uploaded the video onto YouTube of the start of the race. I'm going to do the same thing with the North Wilkesboro trip yesterday. And also, as you just saw earlier in this vlog video here in day 3, that is what happened. So I'm going to go to the race shops tomorrow. And after I get back from the race shops tomorrow, well, I'm not going to have a hotel room at the time. I'm going to try to drive home as much as possible. Canton, Ohio is about a 2.5 hour drive from where I live. So if I can get that far, that'd be awesome. Probably going to plan to go to the Hall of Fame. I have to check what time the Hall of Fame closes and what time the race shop's open. If I could somehow, some way get to Bolt tomorrow with the 9-hour drive in there as well, I will try to do that to get home a day early. Give me an extra day's rest before work. I'm off through Wednesday, so I will have an extra day regardless, but if I can get 2 extra days, that would be even nicer. I feel like I have an actual weekend coming up because, I mean, I've been on the road. I got a lot of sleep last night, but definitely going to need more sleep tonight, and I know it's going to be a long day again tomorrow no matter what, so going to be watching Sunday Night Football here. I've got the game on right now. It just started. Cowboys Saints. Gonna watch that as much as I can before I absolutely feel tired while I'm eating some dinner here at the hotel. And I'll get back at it tomorrow. So thanks for watching day 3 of the vlog. Day 4 again coming tomorrow. I've got more in store. The race might be over, you know, which stinks because that's the last race I've gone to this year. I'm going to this year unless something drastic happens, which probably won't. So there's only 7 races left in the playoffs on the season. So this is probably going to be it. So it was a good 2019 for racetracks. It's the most races I've been to in a single season. I got to go to, let's see here, I went this year alone, went to Atlanta, and then Michigan, which I had been to Michigan before, so I went to both Michigan races, Chicagoland, Watkins Glen, and the Roval. So 6 races this year, 5 different tracks. I had been to Michigan before that. So I can cross off the Charlotte Roval off the list. I'll be back for the 600 at some point in time. That's a different track. It's an oval track, so I'll be back here in Charlotte at some point in time. Can't say exactly when, but it'd be fun trying to plan out my trips again for next year. Go to a few more different tracks. It'd be tough to go to 6 races in a season again. It's been a heck of a year. It made the summer months really fly by. With Atlanta being back in February and going to that race, then there was such a long stretch. There was like 3 or 4 months that I didn't go to a race. But once the Michigan June race hit, I've gone to 5 races out of the last, I think, like 11 or 12 races that the Cup Series has raced on. So it's been a lot of traveling since June. basically. And I've noticed, like, even during the week at work, I'll find myself still kind of getting tired because of these trips. I mean, they wear me out, and I'll recover pretty quickly, but then after I recover, within a couple weeks, I'm back on the road again. I did have about a month, about 5 or 6 weeks, so about a month and a half to recuperate before I went on to this race after the Michigan August Michigan race about a month and a half ago. So, I mean, yeah, at that time, I think it was 5 races in the span of like 9 races I'd gone to from early to mid-June to early mid-August. 2-month stretch there. Crazy. Sorry, 4 races, but still crazy. 4 races out of like 9. Almost 50%. Nothing else to say. I'll see you guys tomorrow.